You just do your intro now. I'll be in it right here with you, bro. Be like, hey, this is Clayton Schick Outdoors. Today I'm out here with Mac Diggity Dog Mulligan, and today we are on the race to 100K. This is a head-to-head battle, 100K subscribers between Clayton Schick Outdoors and myself, Mac Diggity Dog Mulligan.
That's the intro, you realize?
That works for me.
That's literally the intro of this video.
I like it.
The only thing Mac hasn't mentioned is that we're going to talk a little bit today about the full electronic setup in the boat. But we're walleye fishing as we do it, because we're not just going to talk about it. We want to catch some fish.
Try to.
Mac told me he's going to outfish me 100 to 1, so catching 100 walleyes is a lot, because I'm going to catch one for sure.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, bro. We got enough screens.
There's so many screens.
Can I cast? Sometimes even with the all the technology, do you find it's sometimes the fish you don't see that you catch?
Oh, for sure.
I do too, and I find that so amazing.
Mac's on.
Hooked up.
With a little guy or what?
Feels like little. A pipsqueak, yep.
Looks like little.
Probably a good one for you.
It's definitely a good fish for you, I agree. That's the show-off camera right there.
There's a start.
It's like
first
a
fish
21.
Getting 100 fish before Clayton catches one. One. Always next year, bud.
The way we have everything set up right now is Mac has his own live scope unit with him, which I'm going to go through because he has his on a shuttle and he can be really mobile with it, which is a great option. And he's fishing out of the front of the boat and I'm fishing out of the back of the boat. Yes, is this overkill? 100%.
Definitely.
Do you need electronics like this to catch walleyes? No, you don't.
Well, if you're Clayton Schick, you do.
But thanks. But it just makes it more fun. And I like having fun. Fishing's fun. Fishing's fun even without electronics, don't get me wrong, and I know there's gonna be some instant haters in this video, but hey, just move on. Just ignore it. Don't even go to the comments and tell me how much you hate the whole electronics, the way things are going. Just this video isn't for you. It's all good, I get it. There's advantages and of course there's disadvantages to everything, but we're gonna cover a little bit about how I have my boat set up for the people that are interested in running live imaging and some different options you have.
Even with all the technology and stuff though, it still makes you just miss the days of just dropping your jig down, not even knowing how deep you are or anything, and just lifting up and having one on, you know? Totally. It just makes you...
Though, I agree 100%, it misses that stuff, but it's I love knowing just what's around and what's going on. I've never been the guy to sit in the boat and drink a beer as he's fishing.
No.
And there's people that want to drink a beer as they're fishing and they obviously don't like this technology because it takes away from their beer drinking. And that's fine. To each their own, right?
Yep.
To each their own.
Absolutely.
Could easily be a walleye though.
Do you play with your settings much in your Garmin or no?
Yeah. I got him. Dude, I couldn't catch him on this side of the boat. I dropped right on this side.
Right on top of him?
Because he was 10 feet below on this side. Yeah, bang.
Do you want to net him or no?
I can net him. He's definitely bigger than your fish.
No.
Oh yeah.
Come on, be a pike.
This is a walleye. It's not a pike.
Okay, I'll get the net for you. I just don't want you to kick me off the boat again.
Here.
Don't make me walk the planks, bro.
Here, take this net so I can catch this fish, Mac.
I'll just hold it till your rod comes unpinned.
It's not a pike.
Big walleye. Just huge, man.
That was awesome. I literally had it it was on this side of the boat. Couldn't draw him over. Dropped behind the boat, 10 feet.
It's a nice walleye.
That is a nice walleye.
This net is too deep.
Boom!
That's a fat one, dude.
Showing Mac how it's done.
Ah, blind squirrel gets odd nut.
Oh yeah. 27 and a half. But that's just fat. Woo! 27 and a half inch walleye for Clayton. Mac's got a long ways to go now.
That's a sow, hey?
That's a big one, yeah. See ya. I'll put this net nice and close to you since you'll probably need to grab it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That one just swam to it.
Got him?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the one that's grabbing the net.
Yeah, dude, smarten up.
Seems small again though.
Feels
You
better.
don't really catch big ones, do you?
Can you just get the net ready,
Just
dude?
little ones? Bro, did you see how long you messed with the net with last time? Hours.
Dude, they call me the fumbler.
Hours.
It's because I'm not used to netting fish. People don't usually catch fish in my boat.
You need a net or what?
I'd say so. It feels decent.
Well, for you, it's probably for sure decent.
It's a decent fish.
Yeah, that's a good one for you. It's like 27.
Weird.
That's how you net them properly.
Interesting.
Okay?
I thought you just like hit him on the top of the head.
Yeah, that's how you net them.
Well, that's pretty good.
That fish just a little bit smaller than mine.
27, dude.
Just
Not funny, bro.
half-inch smaller.
Okay, check out that chunker. Got that one casting way out there. Landed right on top of this one's head.
So I caught mine literally right below the boat, and Mac pitched out like 50, 60 feet and was snapping it back in.
There's a big one out here that's moving pretty quick. I'm gonna cast over top of you, all right?
Okay.
See if I can knock the camera off the pole here. It's at 100 feet.
I think I'm looking at the same one right now. No, I was looking the other way.
Oh, dime! Oh, I landed on the back side of it.
Oh,
Oh,
it followed you down. It followed
Yep.
you down. It
Oh,
followed you
oh,
down.
it almost fell over.
It followed you down.
Is it still following it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still following it. It's tracking it still. Yeah, it's right beside it. Can't see it now.
Find it, dude. Oh, there it is.
Got him?
Yep.
Wow, he followed that thing for a long time.
I
literally-
don't know if I hooked it funny, but it feels very heavy. Like very heavy.
I think it's hooked funny. Look
think
how
so
it's
too.
going this way. Or it's a pike.
Yeah. Or a trout.
Okay, could be. It's either a funny hooked walleye.
It's either funny hook big walleye or it's a pike that's still hooked funny.
Yeah.
I think we can rule out it being hooked in the mouth.
It does, yeah, it seems like it's like
It's hooked in the
right
in the
now,
back
and it's
half.
like it's swimming down, right?
Yeah,
Like,
swing at a 45.
yeah.
It might actually be a trout.
a trout hooked funny,
Yeah.
32-inch walleye, and snag funny, so we can't even show it off. We just have to unclip
Honestly,
it at
I
the boat.
think it's a walleye.
Think so?
Yeah, I do.
A walleye hooked funny?
Yeah,
A 26-inch walleye hooked funny.
might be.
An 18-inch walleye hooked funny.
I just don't think it's a pike because I think it would have been more shaky.
It would have been
More panicky.
zzz. It's definitely coming up backwards. Could be a lake trout, I guess. I'm still calling pike.
I don't know, it's like swimming circles slowly like a walleye though, you know?
Are you gonna catch it, like bring it up one day? Or
Well, I'm trying to, man. I don't want to rip it out.
you want me to get it for you?
Small little hooks on these baits, man.
I could reel it in for you.
You know what? I'm just enjoying it, Clayton. I don't catch a lot of fish, so it's nice to actually enjoy the moments I
This
get.
is taking forever.
The whole
I
point
wanna
of this,
fish.
the
I
whole
just
point of
wanna
this clip
fish.
was just to basically.
No, I just want to fish, Mac.
Okay.
It's coming up easy now.
Yeah, it's a big walleye, dude. Huge one.
Pike?
It's a big walleye, dude. Huge one.
Big pike.
Hooked right in the spine.
That's a big walleye. That's a big walleye.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. 28 and a half or bro? Master angler.
28 and a quarter.
Whatever, bro. Mouth open always.
Big.
Look at the gut on that one.
Mac took the lead. We've caught 3 fish over 27 inches within 10 minutes
That's
right
crazy. Look at the
It's
back
awesome.
on that thing. So
Big
fat.
one. That's a
It's
big one.
hog. It's a big fish, man. That's awesome. Look at that gut. That's awesome. She fought hard.
now. So hard.
There she
ya.
goes. Back down there.
Down to the depths.
That's wicked. Crushed it.
Mac attack.
Next back, baby. Woo!
It's Mac. I'm back. Another decent one. Not great big at all, but like a 22-incher.
Good one for you though, eh?
Very good for me, yeah.
Nice,
See ya.
soft, gentle release. Good job.
It was on camera release. He was gonna flop for me, so I just let him go. Well, we both messed around a little bit with jig and minnows, but we keep going back to hyper rattles. We're both running the 28 grams, just different colors. Max got one of my favorite ones bit off, a black and gold. I only have one of those left, so I said no more black and gold for you. And now, what color are you on now?
Black and gold.
No, you better not be. I think he's on a purple one now. And I'm still on the clown color.
Because you're a clown.
I am a clown.
I wish they had a donkey color.
Oh man, a donkey color, that's great.
That one pinned it.
On him.
This is off that school.
Crushing.
This is actually a big one, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
boy.
Really big. Like this is giant, man. That's a giant, dude.
That's a big fish,
That's
dude.
a hog, dude.
Holy.
It's barely hooked.
That's dude. Oh, like that could be a 30-incher, dude.
Dude, that's huge.
Like
bro.
that's big. That's a big one, Mac, right there.
That's a giant.
Oh. Unreal. Dude, 29 and a half? It is 30.
30.5, dude. That's a giant.
30 and a half incher.
That's wicked.
Yeah. So,
I think we're good.
yeah. Okay, so we can go in now, hey?
That's a giant.
Show it off one more time. That's a big fish.
Over 30 incher.
I don't think I'm going to beat that one today. Mac
That's
pops
a giant.
30 and a half.
Not crushed the white one.
What is it? Oh, geez.
It's awesome.
He just switched to a white hyper rattle.
That's wicked. Absolute giant. 30.5 inch monster.
That's awesome, dude. It's a bigger.
I did not think it was going to be that big when it came up.
No, not at all. Here we are. We're like,
It didn't fight that hard, honestly.
we're just like all like being so nonchalant and joking around, and all of a sudden it's like, oh,
There's a megalodon.
here's a big one.
That's wicked, buddy. All hugs.
He's so cute.
I'm a hugger. I'm a lover.
Honestly, Mac, I hate to do this, but we're gonna stop fishing right now. We're gonna go right out of the wind up to that island, and we're gonna just talk about some of the live scope gear that we're set up with and stuff, just how to set your boat. I know it's hard to stop fishing, but we're filming videos, dude. We gotta do it.
Crack a couple more giants after.
We've got 4 fish over 27 inches within a half an hour, and it's been good. I'm ready to go home. He's done, and Mac's like, let's just keep fishing. So good. So like I said, we're just going over to this island over here just to get out of the wind a little bit, just so we can have good audio to talk about the live imaging and how I have my boat rigged. The idea was to kind of talk about as we're catching some fish, but we were just on like big fish right now. It was like we wanted to fish them quick, catch a couple, and now we'll go talk about it. Of course, I did a pretty interesting intro there. I let Mac do the intro, but I am up at Baker's Narrows, hanging out with my boy Mac, fishing good old Lake Athapap. Athapapascow is the proper word. It's got big walleyes here. You don't always catch good numbers, but if you put the time in, you can catch some bigger ones. Have you seen from this little time that we were out here? We've literally been out for an hour, hour and a half at the most. It's been really good. But Baker's Narrows Lodge is where I'm staying. I'm up here to actually film some kind of little walleye northern showcase, and this is one of the lakes that I picked and where I'm going to be starting my whole adventure. But Mac had a day off, so before I started my whole adventure, I thought, let's go fish together for a day. And yeah, show me where the walleye are. Now I can go to all his spots. It's perfect. We're gonna start at the front of the boat and work our way back. I'm gonna show off the trolling motor first that I've been using, and then we're gonna work our way back. Mac's gonna talk about his little portable unit too. And yeah, so anyway, the first things first, I'm running the new Garmin Kraken Force. I've got a horrible sun angle on this thing, I'm sure. This thing has been deadly. Obviously, I've only been running it now for half a season, so I can't give you like the full rundown on it, but I talked about it in a video that I just put out. It's a 63-inch shaft. It can be either 24 volt or 36 volt. No matter what you have, you can do either or. So it's not like you have to buy a specific trolling motor that's just 36 or just 24. So if you run a 36 volt system, and all of a sudden you have a battery go down on you, it'll switch over automatically to 24 volt system. So in the 24 volt is 80 pound and the 36 volt is 100 pound thrust. It's been awesome. The anchor lock on it is deadly, never moves you around. It's always like right there on the spot. It's been really good for cranking as well. In the past, like I said, I've always only used the big motor for cranking, and now I've been able to use the trolling motor as well. I've been sold on this product for sure. I just talked about it in a recent video, so I won't go too much over that now. Now we're gonna cover Mac's unit, because his is a portable setup that he has in the boat. I had a nice little mount that he was able to use still from Arc Lab, and he was able to bring his stuff. So Mac, what do you got going on here?
What I got here is I got the Arc Lab 5200 series shuttle. This is just a beast. It's awesome because I get to use it on the ice and I get to use it in the boat. There's a Larmac mount, a quick dock system you can get from Arc Lab that uses the Lynx clips. So we'll overlay some footage of that here, but you can literally just clip this into the boat onto a mount, swivel it around, and then you can take it out, put it on your sled, go ice fishing. It's from the boat to the sled so quick, and it's just such awesome, all metal, so there's nothing breaking on it. just a super versatile tool.
So yeah, basically what Mac's saying is that he's portable, so he can take it anywhere he wants to go. If he has to switch boats and go into a different boat, a smaller boat on one of his flyouts, because he does guide up here, he can take it with him. You can be portable with it.
Yeah.
It's not just mounted in the boat and that's the only place. It's the way a lot of people are going, and it's definitely a good way to do it. I'm gonna have something like that in my boat in the future as well. And I said that I have two of these brackets. This is just a 45-degree mounting bracket. This one's actually made just for the StarCraft, and then it has on here a ram mount here with a ball, and then I forget what the name is this, but it's all on the Arc Lab site here. And then this is a double clip system to lock it in pretty good. There's two style of poles you can get. This is the older one. You can get one that I'll show. It has a nice aluminum billeted handle on it as well, which I'll show on mine. But this is one option with how to mount them. So my setup I have a little bit differently because I have mine mounted in the boat with its own battery source. Mac can take his with him, charge it wherever he goes. Mine, I have a big battery in here. One thing I want to note for a lot of this live imaging is clean power. Having its own separate power source, not hooked up to any live well pumps or anything else. Have it just its separate power. That's how you're going to get your best imaging. And for mine, I have pretty good overkill here, but in here I have a 135 amp hour battery that's running just my live imaging, and that's it. The reason why I went so big with this live imaging, sorry, the sun angle is horrible. The reason I went so big with this overkill for a battery is I can go multiple days without having to charge it. It's really nice. I can leave my boat in the water somewhere and then not have to charge it for those 3-4 days while I'm there. Can't go wrong with too big of a battery for sure. You don't want too light of a battery because then you're not gonna have enough power to get through the whole day. I recommend at least a 24 amp hour battery though to get through the whole day. When you start to get to a 10-inch screen, when you start to get to like a 12-inch screen or a 16-inch screen, you might even want to go to like a 30 amp hour battery, something that's even a little bit bigger. 48, yeah. In Dakota, I have one I use in the winter time when I do multiple days. I have this nice 46 amp hour battery that works really well. So mine's mounted in the boat there. I have basically the same style of pole. This one's a little bit beat up, as you can see here. This one has the handle that I talked about, the billeted handle. Now this one here though, and Mac runs this on his Lund as well, this is called the Hercules mount right here. You can lock your pole into this one and you control up to like 5-6 miles an hour. Ian actually sent me a video of him going like 13-14 miles an hour with it. It was insane. And if I can find a clip like that, I'll put it in here real quick. But it was nuts. It was not moving at all. So the higher speeds, I definitely recommend the Hercules mount. And then if you're gonna go in and out lots, the clip system that they make is good. You can get 2 clips, you can get 1 clip. I've seen another boat that had 3 clips on there even. You can kind of, make it work as you go. So as you can tell, we're both running the live scope, the Garmin stuff for live imaging. I've played around with the Mega Live from Humminbird. It honestly wasn't as good as the live scope, and that's why I made the switch over. Mac actually had Mega Live as well for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I ran Mega Live for a bit, but it just was not cutting it at all for the lake trout side of things. It was okay for shallow water stuff, but if you're serious about going in deep water, you're going to want to look at the LVS 62, the big deucer.
So Garmin makes an LVS 62, which is an extended range, an LVS XR extended range. That's really good for the deeper water stuff for the lake trout. I'm just running the LVS 34 today, and Mac's running his 62. So you can get away with the 62 in the shallow water still. Mac's done it lots this whole year for guiding, and it's been fine. So if you're going to fish a lot of deeper water times or some deeper water, you might want to look at spending the extra money and getting the LVS 62. But if you're never going to be like, say, above 50, 60 feet or like deeper than 50, 60 feet, you'll be fine with the LVS 34. And Mac was played around recently too a little bit with the Lowrance stuff, the active target, and it wasn't as good as the live scope was. Right now, there's no doubt that Garmin holds the standard for the best live imaging out there. And I've always said that even when I was running the Mega Live, even though Humminbird didn't like when I said that, that's just the way it is. Just like I'll say that the Humminbird right now probably has the better auto chart system for making the map. Every company has their pros and their cons, right? The Garmin stuff though has been so reliable. Eventually you'll see more Garmin on my boat as I go. One thing though is I'm still gonna have for quite a while is the Lowrance system, because they have this company called Angler's Edge Mapping that is doing a lot of mapping now. And the lake that we're on, Little Athapapaskow, as you can see, is mapped. the detail is so good. There's so many different humps, so many different points. Like we just pulled up this random island and we're marking walleyes below us. So what this mapping will do is just allow you safe travel out there in certain areas. But if you really want to like key in on this lake, you're still better off to hire a guide. Yes, this mapping will bring you out and it'll be safe travel as a starting stage. But if you want to like get on them instantly and stay on top of them, hire a guide for sure. I'm not going to say you should hire a guide or you have to hire a guide, but it will benefit you if you hire a guide when you come up to some of these lakes. Now I get it. I'm a guy that doesn't like to hire a guide. I like to go out and do my own thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with hiring a guide and getting put on top of the fish right away.
Like the best way to say it, I would say, is that if you're up here for a limited amount of time, and hiring a guide will increase your odds at getting more fish in your short amount of time up here, you know?
So you can see my boat, I literally have 3 different brands of graphs right now. I have a Humminbird that I still use for some of the auto chart that I've created over the years. I still use the 2D and the down imaging on it. I think I am going to switch over to the Garmin 2D though, or maybe even the Lowrance 2D at some point. I basically have the Humminbird on my boat right now for just past auto charting stuff that I've done more than anything. And maybe if a lake that I'm going to isn't charted, I'll still use that. But I'm going to mess around a little bit with the Garmin Quick Draw stuff in the future too. I'm just trying to adapt everything in, but there's no like one brand where you can put everything in your boat and always be like super sold on it. But I'll tell you this much, if you want the best live imaging, or in my opinion right now, probably one of the best trolling motors I've ever used, you're gonna wanna look at the Garmin stuff for sure. So that kind of covers the whole boat in terms of how it's set up for the live imaging stuff. The ArcLab stuff is really, really good. Ian's been awesome to work with out of, it's called ArcLab Motorsports. I'll leave the links below how to get there. But they actually distribute through somewhere in the States as well. I believe Big Fish Encounters or something like that. There's places you can get it in the States as well. You can order from him or you can order it from the States. But if you Google ArcLab live imaging setup, and if you have a specific question, you can always message me or Mac as well, and we'll try to answer you. But don't be scared to message the ArcLab guys. One other piece of electronic I want to cover that I use from time to time is the Aqua Vu. This is the 822. This is a really, really portable unit, and I find that being really nice. If Mac and I were out there and we're not getting bit and there's a pot of fish, we can drop it down and be like, oh, those are suckers, or those are ciscos, or those are whitefish. Let's move on, because that can happen where you're not getting bit and there's a reason for it because they're not even walleye. Or all of a sudden there's a bunch of big marks and you drop down, it's like, no, those are walleye. You're gonna wait them out a little bit. So live imaging is great, but if you want actual footage and to see what the fish is, you'll never beat the camera itself. I think that kind of wraps up this video, Mac. Mac pops the 30-incher. I catch a measly 27.5. You got the 2 biggest ones. Again, what am I? I don't know. But we caught 4 fish over 27 inches, 2 others that were in those lower 20s. We caught a quick 6 fish. We literally filmed this video in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'm not sure what we're gonna go do now. Maybe some cranking, but we'll try to film another video anyway. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, get outside.